Hello everyone! I know I'm 31 subscribers late to this, but thank you all so much for 100 subscribers! I feel incredibly lucky to have you all here, and I appreciate you all greatly for supporting my passion. I'm extremely blessed to have you guys in my little community. I hope it continues to grow and becomes a place where people can come and not be judged and are supported by each other. So this video is going to be me answering questions I've gotten on my Instagram, mostly asked by my IRL and online friends. Let's start. The first question I got is pretty straightforward. They asked, "Hey stupid, why are you so dumb?" I've given this question a lot of thought, and I think I have my answer. I was just born that way, baby! The next question was, what's my favorite bean? I personally hate regular beans. They're just something so awful about that texture to me, so I'm gonna have to say strawberry jelly beans. Hey, it's not technically cheating if it's in the name, right? Right? Anyways, I was surprised when I got this third question because it's actually a serious one. Someone asked, what is my biggest inspiration? It took me a while to pinpoint one inspiration, and I failed to do so. So my answer is I have two main ones. The first one would be Chloe Rose Art. She does a lot of different types of art videos, which I want to explore doing as well. I'll probably copy some of her video ideas in the future, specifically her ideas about trying art hacks from different websites. I think it's a really fun idea despite how I feel personally about art hacks. My second biggest inspiration would have to be Doodle Date. I adore them so much, you guys don't even understand how much I'm obsessed with them. The channel consists of two very sweet-seeming people who make art together and are in love. They do a variety of art videos as well. Not only do their videos inspire me to do different things in my art, they also give me hope that one day I might find a partner who loves art as much as me and will make a channel with me. I know that's a faraway dream, but I have a lot of those, so why not one more? The next question was more of the type of questions I thought I'd be getting. If I were an animal, what would I be? I've always thought that I'm like a bunny type, but I recently made a persona that's a cat, so honestly I have no idea anymore. And yes, I made a persona, what about it? Cringe culture is dead, baby, let's go! Anyways, a kind of similar question was, what's your least favorite type of animal? This is the easiest question to answer. Ostriches. I hate them so much. They have stupid skinny long necks, and they're so dumb because their brain is so small and their bodies are not proportioned correctly. Also, have you heard the sound they make? They hiss like cats. I hate them so much, you guys, genuinely. I just... Ugh. Another somewhat serious question I got asked was, any tips for starting and finishing a sketchbook? I was actually going to make a video about how to start and finish a sketchbook, so I don't want to give away too much, but I will say that if you just messily doodle on the first page of a sketchbook, it takes away the pressure of the first page having to be perfect. As for finishing a sketchbook, I would have to say the number one thing you can do to help finish it is just experiment. Experiment with colors, with different type of mediums, with styles. Just experiment. It'll fill up a lot sooner than you expect. There was actually a second part to this question, which was, which drawing app do I use? Well, for mobile, I go with Ibis Paint, and when I'm drawing on my tablet and computer, I use Fire Alpaca. There's great features in both of them, and I highly recommend both of them as a great free option. Someone else asked, do I typically stick with one art style, and what would I call mine? So, I 100% do not have a set style I use. Almost every piece of the art I make feels like it's made by a different person. There are some traits of mine that stay pretty much the same, but I'll get into that whenever I do a Let's Dissect Dip Doodler video, which will happen eventually, but probably not anytime soon. As for what I'd call my art style, I'd say extremely cartoony most of the time. There are rare occasions where I dabble into semi-realism, but those times are far and few between. The next question is another one I had to think about some. What's a medium of art that I'm not experienced in but want to explore someday? It really came down to two choices, markers or paint. I decided that I have too many markers collecting dust, so I really want to learn how to use them properly. I actually plan on making a video very soon about markers, so be on the lookout for that. The next one isn't really a question, but I thought it was interesting enough to include. Hippos are the only mammals that can't swim, yet exclusively give birth in the water. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I guess it's technically a question, so I'll let it slide, but what the heck? I don't think that's true. Let me just... well, I thought so, but yeah, that was a lie. Why though? Ugh. Anyways, we've gotten to another question. How do you get over art block? Surprisingly, I also planned on making a video about this topic, but I do have one piece of advice I plan on including in the video. What helps me when I have art block is just doodling things that I default to. For me, I default to drawing eyes and mushrooms. I basically do that until my brain starts working and inspiration hits. I don't think this will work for literally everyone, but I think it's a good way to reset your brain and take the pressure off of having art block. Even if you don't get over your art block, at least you're still creating something. At least that's what I think anyways. And here we are, yet another question. What is my favorite thing to draw? Recently, it's been my favorite OC, Leto. Surprise, surprise, I'll be making a Meet My OC video about her as well. She's my favorite OC right now, and I love her so much. In general though, I just like drawing girls. Drawing guys is too hard. They're too angular and difficult for my monkey brain to understand. I'm trying to work on it, but it's not going the best. This is the second to last question. Do I plan to study art in college? I've given this a lot of thought for a while now. I'm not really sure what I want to go to college for. I know I want it to be art related, but I like too many kind of artist things to really pinpoint just one of them. I want to learn animation, but I also kind of want to become an art teacher, but that requires a lot more prerequisites and stuff, so I honestly have no idea. I also could just get a general art degree, so there's really no telling. And this is it. The last question in my Q&A. If I could go back to before I made my first video, what would I tell myself? This is a very difficult question to answer for me. When I first made this channel, I had a lot of people in my life that I no longer have in my life. Friends, family, and a partner, all gone now. If I had the chance to tell my past self something, it would be this, I think. Stop searching for inspiration in the people around you. You'll only be disappointed when they don't react the way you want them to. You have the ability to do great things, and I promise you don't end up alone. You will have people telling you that you're not good enough, yourself included. But just know that you can do this alone. Once you realize that, you'll finally be happy with yourself and your work on your channel. You're stronger than you realize. Jeez, that got emotional. I hope I wasn't too sappy on the last question. But yeah, that was all the questions. I know a few people from my Instagram will watch this video, so thank you all so much for asking questions. I'm gonna be honest, I was not expecting nearly this many questions, so I truly appreciate it. It was really fun recording this video, and I hope it was fun to watch too. Thank you all so much for sticking with me. I'll be linking my Instagram in the description below, so follow if you want to be in the next Q&A video I do eventually. Thank you all so much for watching! Toodles doodles!